coming in.
Isian.
Isian.
Isian, hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Wow, haven't seen you for ages.
I'm
Wow.
so sorry because I'm doing my internship during this whole semester. So yeah, it's almost finished. I think about around this week So yeah, finally have some time for this. I'm so sorry about it. Yeah.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah.
How is the situation in Malaysia? The COVID
And
situation?
it's getting worse because we have 11K cases. I think yeah, this past 2 days. Yeah. But for my area, Sarawak is still okay, but Selangor area is more like serious. Yeah.
Yeah, so Sarawak is still okay?
Still okay.
Yeah, the city, you're in Kuching?
I mean,
Have you been vaccinated, Ishan?
no, I am still waiting for it. Yeah.
Wow, but you have already registered.
Yeah, I have been registered since March, I think. Yeah.
Since March.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's the vaccination rate like in Kuching, right? You're in Kuching?
I'm in Miri, but for
Yeah,
Kuching,
Miri.
yeah, for Kuching because my university they have been transferred into like community center like this month, if I'm not mistaken. So they are kind of like rising up the vaccination rate. And around, I'm not sure about the particular number, but yeah, it's quite a lot for the vaccination numbers.
It's a lot.
So it's good for
So
Sarawak.
so you're at home now. You're working. How do you do your internship? Do you have to go on site or you're working at home?
I'm working at home. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So gonna be standby for 9 to 5. Yeah.
Okay, Janelle, are you at a school as well, at university as well? Right now, what are you doing right now, Janelle? What are you working?
Yes, I'm in college now.
In college, okay.
Yeah, and this July and August is my vacation month.
Okay, so are you mainly working from home now, or what's happening in like?
Yes, definitely for about 1 year and a half. We've been schooling at home. There's no face to face.
No face to face, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hi Sharon.
Hi Sharon. Long time no see.
Hi.
Hi, Sharon. How are things? You look like there's no COVID. You know, I look at you. It's like you're so well groomed. You know, you're like steady. There's no COVID. How do you do it? How's everything? You're in Selangor, right?
No, I'm from Penang.
Penang.
Also,
but right now, where are you, in Penang or in Selangor?
Yes, I'm in my house in Penang.
In Penang.
Penang.
Wow.
Yeah. How's situation in Penang?
How's the situation there?
So far, it's all going fine lah. I'm just doing my practicum, teaching online. So dealing with students, I have to groom myself so that like that lah.
Nice.
So it's quite fun doing online class with my students.
Wow.
Your
Have you
students
been
are
vaccinated? Have you been vaccinated?
No, haven't yet. I got registered already, but didn't get my vaccine yet.
Wow. Yes.
Keeping myself safe in my home only. Cannot go out.
Yes, to be safe, no?
Oh wow! Today you're getting Morven as well.
Oh wow. What about Mel Felix? How is it on your side?
It's fine. Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hi, Morven.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good morning.
Hello.
From London. Are you still in London?
Currently, no. I'm in Manchester now.
Oh, you're in Manchester. Oh, wow.
But still in UK.
Your uni is in Manchester?
No, in London, but it's summer break, so.
I see.
Oh, okay.
How's the situation in Manchester then?
in terms of COVID, is it?
Yeah.
Everything is getting better because I received my first dose and I'll be getting the second one in few more weeks. So everything's all right.
Cool. Very good. We've invited Ellen and Tasha. Is this the first time you're meeting Ellen and Natasha? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I met Ellen before. But
Yeah.
it's my first time with Natasha.
Yes.
Hi, Natasha.
Yeah. So there's one more person that we invited, Hong Kai. So we will wait for him to join first. Then only I'll introduce why Ellen and Tasha are here for today's youth stewardship program. Okay. So we've started the WhatsApp channel as well already. Is everybody on board the WhatsApp channel for the youth stewardship cohort 1? So we basically have email, we have WhatsApp. So I think probably a lot of people are having exams, right?
Yeah, should be, because it's like the exam week for university in Malaysia.
It's not yet summer, no? It's not yet summer. For most people. When the summer begins? End of July?
I think end of June.
End of June.
End of
So you're now on summer break.
yes.
July, August. And then school starts in September.
In September, yes. End of September.
Malaysian one is a bit different, Bernie. But I think Isian and Sharon are already. Are you still in the third year or you're working already now? You're doing your practicum years.
Yeah, after this internship will be considered graduate. Yeah.
Wow. When is the graduation?
It's normally during October and November, but I don't think it's possible to have like the physical one because the cases is still, I don't know, it's kind of unpredictable.
Same with Sharon? Is that the same? Or you in your
No.
second year?
Oh, it's my third year. So next year is my graduation.
One more year.
One more year.
So you're doing the internship, the practicums and all that. Yeah. So Isian, have you applied for a job or how does it work? You do your internship first and then?
Probably we'll just have like maybe some cooling time of Spain for now to kind of have other different opportunities to discover first before I really want to find a job or pursue masters. Yeah.
Right. So what's your discovery during your internship?
Because first before this I wanted to like try out the client experience at the psychology center to really discover whether I like clinical psychology or not, or it's just my mere interest without like any proof or experience. But I can't experience it, unfortunately. But throughout this, I still learned that I still love psychology, and clinical psychology is kind of like one of my paths that I want to go to, other than industrial psychology. So since I have experienced a little bit of clinical psychology through this internship, so maybe after this internship, I will find something that is kind of related to industrial psychology to strengthen more on my mindset on whether I want this clinical or industrial. Yeah.
Interesting. Morwen, how has your experience been? Like since the last time we met you in your uni or in London and all that. Like, what do you have any kind of reflections since it's in your summer holidays? Share with us your stories or your thinking.
I started doing a part-time job, but under Mandarin Oriental Hotel Group. I'm working from home, so it's easy and it's flexible, and that is why I'm not in London. While doing my part-time, I went for a road trip. So from London up to Manchester, and I think just to kill time, I guess. while waiting for the next academic year to start.
Kill time. Okay. Who wants to kill time with us? We have a lot of work to do. Janelle, what are your plans? What are your thoughts about the academic year that you've just completed? You know, what do you think you're going to be doing for your summer vacation?
I think all I have to do is to rest because my mind is so drained of all the activities that I've been through.
Wow. Wow.
And
How
just to
was
enjoy this month.
Yeah. How was it? What is the piece that is kind of like draining you? Like, is it?
The system in our school, we've been given activities. It's either the teacher would teach us the module or just by our own. We just have to self-study and then answer those activities. So it's kind of draining and gonna hurt my mind.
Oh, because you kind of have to do a lot more independent learning.
Yeah, and it's difficult to do self-study.
True.
Yeah. Do you all study in the group, even online?
No. Yes, the activities are given online. The modules are given online. Then all you have to do is to study for it.
Right.
Some teachers do not teach the module. They do not explain, and that's why all we have to do is, of course, to find ways that we could understand the lesson.
Right.
What year are you?
In this incoming school year, I'll be entering third year college.
Third year, and what is your course?
My course is education, major in hotel and restaurant management. Services, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you feel that your way of learning is very draining.
Yes, exactly.
Now, Felix, how about yourself? Are you in summer holidays now? Vacation?
So we have summer classes, just like Junel. Our modules is given online, and it's not too good.
Are you in the same school?
Yeah.
No.
With Janelle?
Can you say it again? Same school?
Yeah, same school?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
What are you taking up?
Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management.
Also in hospitality management. Yes.
I have one interjection. I feel with the online classes and the pandemic and the fear factor and the uncertainty and everything, I think the mode of learning has to go through a big transformation, because for generations we have seen teachers who teach us, and the world we are in now, we survive and navigate better if we learn how to learn. So when I talk to youths around the world and I ask them, where did you learn this? They said, oh, everything is possible to learn on our own now. There's so much to learn, and there are so many ways that we can teach ourselves. So sometimes we need to transform our mind and not look at the teacher not teaching, but also learning what it takes to help you learn. That means the onus, the responsibility is on the learner now, the learning mind. Content is one thing, but the learning curriculum as to how best you can learn and how you can connect dots with what you are learning with your own life, so that the lessons that you are picking up become part of you. So it's just not storing information, because our minds, there is so much information that our brain cannot, we have to depend on the computer. We don't even remember all our family members' phone numbers by heart anymore. At least I don't. Earlier, say before all this happened, we used to kind of rattle off numbers of everyone. So the mind is also, the brain is also going through a high capacity of challenges if we are trying to remember everything. But if we connect our mind with the content that we are trying to digest, the learning will happen in a different way. So if we keep waiting for the teachers to teach us, it ain't gonna happen anymore. That world changed.
Yes.
So our mind has to be looking at, oh, the teacher didn't teach us, but teacher is not going to teach us anymore.
It's a different way of learning.
So there has to be a different way. So either you can form small groups or have little chats wherever, but make a list of what you don't connect with. So the mind will have to learn very differently. Because anything that you don't understand, you can, the information is out there. It's up to you to make sense of it. So it's a big transformation for the teachers and big transformation for students. So imagine if for 2-3 years you go online, the brain wiring will be so differently. So when you're back in the classroom and the teacher is talking one way, you will fall asleep. So there are lots of ways in which we are transforming, and the mind that will survive the best is the mind that's able to adapt to the new situation. And there is no blaming of anyone. It's a pandemic that has caused all the disruption. So what's the point of blaming a virus? It's we have to take additional responsibility of nurturing and reworking and rewiring our brain so that we can make more sense of what we need to learn and how we need to learn. So I'm going to go mute and we can talk about it, or we can take more updates of everyone.
Thank you, Washi. This is exactly what this stewardship program is about. Is you self-direct, you lead, right? So this is a very good example of that. So we've got Hong Kai come in now. Hong Kai, could you help us turn on your video, please? The mysterious Mr. Ng Hong Kai.
Hello.
Hi, Hong Kai. Hong Kai, where are you? Curious background that you have there.
I'm in school. I'm in NUS.
You're in, so you're in NUS, you haven't started in National Library Board. You're an intern in NL.
Oh, no. I'm an intern, but I've already graduated from NUS. I just decided to come back to school today.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I'm so confused. My brain cannot keep up anymore because you all are moving everywhere. So so we've got Hong Kai, Alan, Tasha. Okay, then we've got next to Tasha is Janelle, and then there's Sharon. Janelle is in Philippines, Dangkalan. Sharon is in Penang. Morven is in Manchester. Yisian is in Miri, Sarawak. And Mel Felix is in Dangkalan, Philippines as well. Hong Kai is in Singapore. Bernie is in Hong Kong. Washima is in India. And I in Singapore. Are you feeling how great this is? Huh? And in January, last December, we didn't know each other, right? Half of us didn't know each other. I've only also recently only met Hong Kai, you know, known Alan since he was 8, Tasha since she was 14. So I think this Bilberries Blue and the Youth Stewardship Program, this is us. Okay, this is Bilberries Blue, right? This is the nature of how we are going to be, you know, because we spent this is session number 10. The milestone is actually milestone number 6 on entrepreneurial mindset. But before we go into that, I had invited Hong Kai, Ellen, and Tasha today because the three of us together with some of the stewards, including Washima and Bernie from Zoom, are going to set up our first Bilberries Blue Lighthouse. Okay, so I think, Morven, were you part of that Bilberries Blue Lighthouse meeting, or was that the summer school meeting that you joined where you met Ellen?
I think it was a summer school meeting.
Yeah. So you can see we have the Youth Stewardship Program, we have the milestones going, right? The formation, the Journey of Possibilities milestone. Then we have the summer school, the 5 Thursdays to Cambridge, the summer school. So we're going to still continue that to raise funds so that we can all meet in person, okay, in summers, in our own summer school, okay. But with the Delta variant, I think next year is going to be very hard. So we're going to aim for the following year. And I've looked at the Templeton Foundation grant application again. We didn't submit for the one that we intended because it was for 1,000 people, and I think it was a bit too big. So I looked at it again. I think there's an opportunity to submit for a smaller grant. So I'm going to call for another project team to work with us on that. Okay, so that's under Bilberries Blue Summer School. So it will just keep going until we succeed in getting the grants for everybody, and we understand what our how we are going to co-found our summer school, run it, operate it, what do we want to look. So the whole idea of the Youth Stewardship Program is basically to enable the opportunities. So Bernie, myself, and the stewards and Washington, we're not going to be the one driving it, you know. What we're driving is that the youth stewards lead us, okay? And then we frame the opportunities and we kind of guide it. And it will get to a point where you guys are going to be the ones telling us, this is what we're going to do, okay? You know, and then kind of just seek guidance from us. So, but what we're doing now is hopefully kind of model some of these processes, right? And how we do it, since most of you are still in school and not in the workplace yet, you know. So I guess it gives you an idea of entrepreneurism. Okay, like getting funds, you have an idea, you get funds, and then you operate it, you run it. How do you account for it? Okay, so that's the summer school side. Then on the lighthouse side, we've already had 3 meetings, and we've already interfaced with the institution. It's a school, and already begun with crafting out the agreement. So on the lighthouse side, we're starting to learn how to do governance. So when you want to do entrepreneurism or anything actually, right, you have to understand the governance, institution to institution, and all the team members. So our idea of empowerment is really putting you in the opportunity spaces. So Hong Kai, Ellen, and Tasha actually joined the meeting with us with the leadership of the school in basically writing our agreements together, you know. So I'm going to mute also now and let Hong Kai and Ellen and Tasha maybe share. So now it's nearly coming to 3 o'clock. Maybe 15 minutes if you want. Okay, I'll let you practice a little bit on presenting about lighthouse. You see, Hong Kai is looking like that because I never prepped them. They just thought they're just going to come in. So they're going to spend 15 minutes, and then Bernie and I will spend 15 minutes or so later after that on a project that we're going to start together. It's called Charcoal Cottage Studios. Washima and I would then spend another 15 minutes about one of our incubating companies called Human Engagement Studio. So the idea is that since we're all here together, it might be a very good chance to brainstorm together. And then after that, we will reflect on the statement on entrepreneurial mindset that Bernie had set for this milestone, and we should still have some time up to 4 o'clock. Okay? And then if you feel that we want to extend another half an hour, then we can to discuss if you start to get very excited about the projects. Okay, so BB Lighthouse, Charcoal Cottage Studios. Okay, then Human Engagement Studio. I think summer school too, Bernie, since everyone is here. I'll just update everybody about what we have. So we have 4 projects currently. So 15 is 1 hour, very fruitful 1 hour. So we don't kill time, we love time. Time is very precious. Okay, so and we make time for each other. Okay, Tasha, Ellen, and Honkai, please take it away. Next 15 minutes is yours. Yeah, if you want to get ideas, introduce it, you know, share your vision, you can share screen as well, pull out whatever you want to show. Yeah, what you've learned, whatever. Since you've got all the other youth stewards from all over the world.
Okay, hello, I'm Honkai. Ellen and Tasha, do you want to introduce yourselves as well? So right now, I've just graduated from university last year. So I haven't found a full-time job. That's why I'm interning with the National Library Board of Singapore. That's how I also came to know Ping An. So I just, because after hearing about like the Bilberries Blue Lighthouse, I thought I was very interested. So I decided to like ask to volunteer with Ping An. And I'm quite new to this whole governance thing. So I'm still learning. I also need your help to think about how the space for the lighthouse can be effectively used as an inclusive area for both the students of the school we are going to, as well as the residents of the community. Yeah, so Ellen and Tasha, do you have anything to add?
Hi. I am Alan. I am 22 years old. I am working in BB Lighthouse. This year, I started working I started working in April 2021. I think BB Lighthouse will continue to give up, love, and share to each other, and care each one another. So you can live up with us and let us be better people in the BB Lighthouse. Yeah. Now I pass to Natasha.
Hi, my name is Natasha. I graduated from ITE last year, and before I started working in maybe lighthouses, I am still doing now. I've been going to the gym, reading the newspapers, attending swimming lessons, going for pottery classes. I have also been doing my arts and crafts, aquabeans. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for sharing. Um, I I haven't met the rest of you. You all like to give introduction of yourself as well. Because I actually have studied in Philippines for 6 months before on a semester exchange program when I was in university. So there are some, I don't know. I heard someone say, is there someone from Philippines?
Oh, hi, Hongkai. My name is Morwen. I just finished my first year. I'm from Malaysia, but currently I'm in Manchester. But I'm studying in London, so yeah. Yeah, nice meeting you, Hongkai.
Nice to meet you. Anyone
Hi,
else?
hi, Kai. I'm Isian. I'm from Sarawak, Malaysia. So currently, I am in my final semester of my studies. So yeah, I will be graduating soon. And I'm studying psychology, by the way. So after
I
this, it'll be
study
like,
sociology. Okay.
oh, you guys, oh, sorry,
I study sociology.
sociology. Ow,
Yes.
there's connection between these two. Okay, yeah. So yeah, after this, just like deciding my path of my life. Yeah. So basically, that's all. Maybe
Same.
Sharon, will they
Yes.
go next?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Hongkai. Can you listen to me?
Yes,
Okay.
I can hear
I'm
you.
from Penang. Okay, I'm from Penang, Malaysia, and I'm a trainee teacher now. So I'm doing my practicum, doing online classes, and I think that's it for now. Good to know you.
Sorry, I didn't really catch. Where are you? Are you studying right now?
Yes, I'm studying. I'm doing my practicum right now. I am a future teacher actually. So majoring in history education. Okay, okay.
Oh,
And
okay. That's
majoring in
cool.
history education.
Okay. Oh,
And
so
then
we have Malaysia. We have like a lot of people like two so far. So like, is everything? How's everything in Malaysia right now? Like, is it okay for you all? I don't know how is it. Like, how long have you all been under like not left your house?
actually it's kind
Or
of critical here lah. Cases
okay.
are getting rising day by day. And it's almost 11K. So kind of serious also. So we are just staying in home. And in Penang actually it's okay. But in like state like Selangor, all cases are very rapidly increasing lah.
Somebody saying something.
Can I?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Hello, Hongkai. I'm Janelle. I'm from Philippines.
Oh yes.
And
Hello.
yeah, I'm in this upcoming school year. I will be in third year, taking up education major in food and restaurant. Nice meeting you.
Where are you? Where are you from?
Philippines.
Which part of Philippines? Which part? Are you in Manila, Luzon?
Which part? I'm in Visayas.
Oh, I haven't been there. Sorry.
In Aklan.
What?
Boracay.
I don't know where that is.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Has everyone introduced themselves? I haven't heard from Felix, right? Or did I? Wait,
Hello, my
oh,
name is
hello.
Mel Felix. Nice to meet you.
Nice
I'm
to meet
from
you.
Philippines.
Oh, hello.
So, same as Janelle.
Which part of Philippines are you from also?
Visayas also. In Aklan.
Sorry, I can't. You're breaking out. Are you saying something?
No, I can't. My internet connection is a little bit slow. Can't see the video.
Okay. Okay. So now, is it like holidays for all of you, or like y'all are
No,
here like schooling right now today, or? Hello? Anyone?
Hi, I'm having my summer break right now, so no school for me.
Okay. Do you go out from your dormitory, from wherever you're staying? Is it like very free now?
Yes,
So like
yes,
no
everything's
restrictions?
open up.
Oh, that's wonderful.
No
Okay, okay,
restriction, no.
okay. Oh, do you go back to Malaysia? Like, or do you stay?
Uh, Not planning to go back for this year.
Oh,
Maybe
okay,
once the COVID cases are down, and yeah.
okay. Then you have you taken your vaccination, or like has everyone here
Oh,
taken?
I've gotten my first dose.
Okay,
Getting the second one in a few weeks' time.
okay. Are you all have any hesitation, like vaccine hesitations, or are you all eagerly looking forward to your first vaccine?
More like still waiting for it. Yeah, it's
Okay,
been a while.
okay.
Yeah, same. I'm also waiting for my first dose actually.
Okay. Do you have like any
Been a long time.
preference for the vaccine, or is it you cannot choose one?
We cannot choose one, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Ellen, Tasha, do you all have anything you want to add? You want to share about your anything else?
Well, my my hobbies are agriculture, swimming, drumming, play computer game, play piano, and also reading. And what did you know me? I am the happiest man on earth.
Do you think you're the happiest man on earth?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. What about Tasha?
As for me, my hobbies, singing, arts and crafts, aquabeats, yeah, that's about it. Thank you. Oh, pottery.
Okay. Uh, I don't know what to share. I guess I'm curious lah. Like because I don't know if you all consider yourself the lockdown generation. I've been seeing that in our local news like last year. I don't know if you're I have Filipino friends who also tell me that sometimes they feel very gloomy and it's just not very optimistic wherever you all are. So like I don't know how you all feel about that. Like like is it a period where you're feeling lost or like just unsure of the opportunities that lie ahead in front of you after you finish schooling or continue with the next semester, etc.?
I mean, it's something that we didn't like predict. It's kind of like, you know, the movie that we watched about apocalypse and stuff. Yeah, we thought like it's just happening in movie, but yeah, it's happening in our real life as well. But it's not that chaotic for now. Yeah, but uncertainty doesn't mean that it's not good during our life. I guess there's uncertainty because we do care about our future, but what we can do is do what is within our control and set ourselves apart from what we cannot control, so that is more stable for us to go towards the way that we want. um it's not like everything will be in our plan, of course. Life is just that unpredictable, but yeah, just do what we did on our control to, how to say, combat with this VUCA war. I remember Bennett D said bit before about VUCA. Yeah.
I haven't heard that term since my last semester in university. So yeah, buka our have you all worked with persons with disabilities before? Like any encounters with maybe persons who are deaf or persons with visual impairment? Like right now, wherever you are, like you all know how they are also going through like COVID. Have you heard about that? No, no one has any personal encounters. Okay. I guess because right now my as an intern, I'm also having like learning about persons with disabilities because I'm helping to make the library accessible to them. And like I've heard that like during COVID, like the frontline staff are not well equipped to actually handle to work with persons with disabilities. So I I think there are still many perspectives that we can actually learn when we do meet them. And but I don't know how to, as in I think the problem the problem or the opportunity is how to get us to be familiar with in terms of our attitudes to interact with them. I think there is like strategies and guides to learning working with persons with disabilities. But then on the attitude side, like because if it's the first time for all of us, I think there's also some like we might feel nervous or uncertain, I guess, to ask about to ask questions about their lives or to just break the ice with them. So in the lighthouse, I was just wondering like in the first instance that there's that we like we meet students with special needs and other neurotypical people when they first make contact, what would be what would help you all say to feel comfortable around them? I, I I know there are strategies. I think we can teach strategies as well to facilitate conversations. But in terms of really breaking the ice, do you all have any what would you all like to see or like to take the first step forward to just to get to know them better. I'm just wondering how it will be as an inclusive space next time for this Lighthouse program.
What about you? What are your reflections? Why you joined this Lighthouse program? What motivated you to volunteer?
I joined this Lighthouse because I was very inspired by Ping An when she hosted us on a visit to her studio. So when she was sharing about Bilberry Blue, I could relate to the values, as well as the excitement I felt from her lah. Because right now, sometimes my work gets very dry, and I don't get to interact a lot with persons with disabilities, even though I'm supposed to be making the libraries accessible for them. So when I heard about the things that Ping An has done and the things that she imagines Bilberries Blue can be, I thought it was very cool and interesting. And also, then along the way, I met Ellen and Tasha, and it just feels nice. Feels good to be able to like create something new. I don't know what's the exact form or shape this will turn out, but I share the ideal of like I think we all share the same ideals of building an inclusive building that inclusive spirit lah, where labels are not really important. I mean, I'm not discounting the importance of labels sometimes, but I think where everyone, regardless of their abilities, can feel valued, feel the connection to really contribute what they want, how in the way they want to contribute. I think that's what I guess feel excited about Bilberry Blue. Yeah.
Very, very inspiring, yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes. Not many youth like you can reflect in the way you do.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And Honkai, for me, when I was listening to all of you, I also feel that your capacity to deal with the unknown and not exactly what it's going to be like, but play with new possibilities, that capacity of yours will take you places. And for all the others who are all around, I can sense that you guys will stand out for your capacity to deal with the new world. That's wonderful. Self-doubt sometimes are good points to reflect. So we can't totally be out in the world and saying, well, okay, I've conquered my fear, no fear. Fear sometimes is good because it helps you reflect and take you in directions which you haven't encountered, because all of us are in lockdown mindset. But the ones who are moving ahead are the ones who don't want to be compartmentalized or stay in the box by not thinking differently. So, as I always say, that we have to be able to grow our gardens with whatever toolkits we have around us. Even all weathers are good for Earth, all kinds of changing weathers. We cannot say we want only winters. We can't say we want only summers, or we can only spring. That's why in each of these, there are lessons of life to learn. So the lockdown generation, that's the biggest lesson to learn, isn't it? It's so easy to give up on hope, but hope is the last one we all know through our lives it should never leave ourselves. Because hope equals life, isn't it? So it's very challenging for all of us, but it's just that we have trained our minds to deal with stuff as it is and make the most of it. New opportunities, new lenses, new way of looking at the world. And that is very energizing. It can never be depleting our energy because it's something to play with the unknown and see what best you can do to make a difference to yourself and others in these challenging times. So it was very, very nice for you to lead the conversation because all of us listening in see that capacity of all of you.
I think for me, about what Hong Kai said about working with special needs, I think it is important that all of us try to understand that there are special needs people in the world, because for myself, I am special needs. I have Kabuki syndrome. I am hearing impaired, and Auntie Pengen, Auntie Vashima, Auntie Bunny, you all have heard this before. I had 2 teachers who picked on me all the way. Ellen, you as well. You also heard this, and I think Auntie Pengen, Auntie Bunny, Auntie Vashima, you remember when I told you that I thought that they took advantage of me because I was being too soft-hearted. I didn't dare to speak up. But now, after hearing what Hong Kai just said, I think they didn't understand the fact that I was actually special needs, having problems, Kabuki syndrome. I don't think they understood it. That's why I think so. I didn't think they. So now I don't think that they took advantage of me at all.
Tasha, you make us so proud. You make us so proud. We love you so much.
Yeah, and I have to say, I've said it to Auntie Ping and Ernie. Ever since I have moved on, I've moved on from all that. And Auntie Bunny, Auntie Vashima, ever since I have moved on, I have been very, very happy. And I really have to thank all 3 of you, Auntie Vashima, Auntie Bunny, and Auntie Ping. You as well, Ellen.
Tasha, when you talk, I can see you with wings, that you can fly anywhere and do anything that you want. Such powerful wings that you have found. And you'll go places, love. Absolutely.
Very well done. Very well said. Yeah. Congratulations.
Well, I see it, look at the back example. That means il care, love, share, up.
Yeah.
And even connect with the feeling to get back in the future. I also, wherever you feel very accurate, share, offer, we can connect this, and we will send all of this to the people who want to go to people in their house, and they will what help to send all people we say we love each other, we care each other, and we share many things together. They will connect with everybody. We build the house.
I see that you have a tripod. A tripod.
They build the house.
Alan's tripod. Love, care, and hope. That's your tripod. If you remove one of the legs,
Yes.
Tripod will collapse, right? If there's no love, it will collapse. If there is no care, it will collapse. If there is no hope, it will collapse. So that is going to be our Alan's tripod, right?
Alan's tripod. The world, Alan, the world needs your tripod.
Tripod. Actually, it to change it all command. Okay, share, love, and connect.
And connect, yes.
Yeah, connect.
Yeah, because if you have love, you have care, and you have hope, you have the connector.
Yes, we connect each other.
You're very wise.
Why? Because we want to share hope. I compared to many, my one wish recording. If you call for program, see what I depend when I'm playing as to go to BB LIGHTHOUSE.
Wonderful.
Very good.
You guys are amazing.
So, Alan, now you're not only just the happy man, but you're also a wise happy man.
A wise happy man.
At 22 years old.
I love that. I feel lucky because many people love me. I thought I give me opportunity. And also a big smile for everybody.
A big smile for everybody.
A big smile for everybody. Yeah.
So the tripod, and then you share and connect, and a big smile for everybody. You create memories. I think, yeah, that's. I don't know what to think anymore. I'm just feeling so much joy.
We have a program called the Tripod Connect.
Or the Tripod Connects, yeah.
The Tripod Connect. So, Honkai, maybe while everybody is here, we can finish our statement. Remember, I'm just like trying to finish that inquiry statement.
I sent you. I sent you the
you
statement.
did. Okay, tell everybody about this statement, and you can kind of like. Do you remember it? It's gone very long, isn't it?
I can read it out. I mean, I can share screen.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. So what we were doing for the others, this is to contextualize this statement thing, is in our visioning process, well, after we listened to everybody, everybody kind of, Alan was about shared hope, and Tasha was talking really about understanding people, and then okay, Honkai, you better do this piece. Share screen.
Am I a host?
Are you a host? Yeah.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, you can. I made everybody co-host. Yep. Wow.
There are two different statements. One is less formal than the other. So I split them into two parts, like I said I would. So the second one is the easier to understand lah. Then the first one was based on what the three of us, the four of us just came up with. Yeah. So I don't know if I managed to weave in tenderness. I tried. I hope makes sense.
Yeah, you read it out, Honkai. Read the number 2 first, yeah.
Okay, I did 1 and 2 are the same. They're supposed to be equivalent.
Yeah, read it out. It's nice to hear.
Okay. As we love, we learn how to believe in ourselves and others in order to provide unconditional support for others. while embracing our vulnerabilities. From this belief, we act on our shared hope to become fun and kind hosts by building trust and mutual understanding with others.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Y'all? Yeah.
From this belief, maybe we can't tell people that we need to be tender, because sometimes we have to be firm, right? Boundaries of it. Maybe it's about just being considerate. We can act considerately. I don't know. It's your statement, but yeah. I'm just stopping you because we want to make sure whatever belief that we have when we assert ourselves in statement or we say that it doesn't become a manifesto, right? So it's got to be something that you can stand to basically complete back in peace and harmony, you know, in our creativity, in our exuberance, in our so when we put something out there, then you have to imagine if you're not there, can that statement guide? And can that statement guide to a point where the goal of sharing hope and connection and all that essentially leads to a place of like truth, goodness, beauty, peace, harmony, you know? So while you then don't list the whole 100 things that you want to see as the outcome, then maybe that one action to help us remember, you just have to put in one word, like Washima left me a nugget yesterday by saying, you know, if we don't have patience, then we can't even begin to talk about compassion. Right? Patience is compassion, something like that. So you got to find that one word that safeguards all the actions and good intentions and everything. So for me, it's kind of like, in the end, it's got to be, the action has got to be coming from a place of care. Of course, it's there, but maybe gentleness, tenderness. That's why I was pulling out these words, non-violent. You know, it's kind of that what is that thing as a reminder that will safeguard that we don't, even while we have our differences, disagreements, and situations are very tense, and we get so angry with each other, and we can still fight. We can still fight respectfully. If there's no fight, something is wrong with being human. But then how do you then come back to each other, you know, without being like brainwashed and all that, like you without being like manipulated into it, without like you say, you know, it's not about the strategies. It's about that but you use the word attitude, right? But it's coming from inside. So yeah, so that's what I was kind of figure how to safeguard this.
I don't know the word.
No. Yeah. Not for you to have to. So the exciting thing is to search for this word, right? I mean, the whole thing about BB, the reason why you've seen it like this is because we're on an adventure, right? There is it's a search. It's a search. You have inquiries. You set a statement for a season, you know, and then you do all your stuff because you're searching for something. And then when your insight comes, and then you are able to re-articulate your statement, you've got to have then your memories or your experiences, and then you're constantly learning and thinking deeply at every step. And then that place of reflection allows you to then re-articulate, recreate, right? One of our milestones was recreate, you know, you learn it. So it's more like the process, it's more the pedagogical process. I mean, Washima can probably explain this a bit better. So this to me is like our pedagogical provocation almost, or our inquiry statement. Washima, have I done it right?
I think you put it very well, because I think it's not a set of words or a mission that sounds good, but that is what we are walking in everyday interaction. So it's more verb, more action than just the value. So a word which is value oriented but actionable. So if we say that we can't talk about compassion without patience, so if we have compassion as a word, action is also our patience in dealing with situations. That's how we look at compassion in one way, right? But compassion is in so many different ways. So we are looking at having this that will be a lighthouse, a light, it'll be like a torch for us to reflect on our own everyday actions. Does that make sense?
So we learn to nurture our potential versus the fragility. We learn to nurture our potential to form lasting connections. So you put down there lasting connections, right? Not just hi, bye, and that's it. Check off the list. You know, this is real friendships, right? In the here and now. Wow, Hongkai, you kind of taken it and expanded and deep several layers since 2 days ago, you know. In the here and now, by showing up for
I like it.
ourselves and others. I love it. I think
it's very nice, huh?
Becoming from this belief, we share. So you have a stand, you see, I love that. It's very anchored. You say being, but what Washima says, you were already acting on your value, right? And then you also have a vision, and you said that about what moved you when you came from the BB Open Studios. Was about what was done, but it was also you caught my imagination for what BB can be. The becoming is very important. It's not just about what you've done or what you're doing now, but what is the vision, right? From this belief, we share a hope to spread joy. So you've contextualized that statement. Right? Wow. So you pulled the two things by anchoring it and then by actioning into the future. We share a hope to spread joy and care for others through our actions that anchor our commitment. Understand people in the way that Natasha is using that word understand, you know. You understand. She said she has Kabuki syndrome, right? You understand that, and their perspectives with kindness, grace, and empathy, then you got it. There is something in your hands and your hearts and your head and your body, right? The action is with kindness, grace, and empathy. So if you're comfortable with this, Hongkai, if Tasha is comfortable with this, yeah, and Alan is comfortable with this, we are ready to publish this. And as we said, it's not a fixed, it's not a mission statement that those people put out there and then they brand it and all that. No, this is not. This is an inquiry statement. This is an exploration statement. It's brilliant, right?
What will also help, Beck, if we take each of those words, each of the words, and go through an inquiry about what does it mean, how does it impact our action. So just to make sure that you have those actionable, each one kind of gets a sense of what does it mean in everyday life.
Yeah. So the BB Lighthouse Keepers, Tasha, Ellen, and Hongkai, can access anybody really, the stewards, the youth stewards, you know, in your journey of possibilities, which is actually next milestone. But today we are on this entrepreneurial mindset, and so, you know, like the next step is like to do what Washima has said, right? You take the words and you think about how are you going to action this? Is that fair, Washima? Did I
Because I think it'll also be a binding factor for all those who come into the lighthouse. They'll get a sense of what it means to be in that space. Like simple exercise, like if we say we are ethical, so ethical means what in everyday life?
That's ontology.
Okay, the library inside your brain is too complex for us.
No lah. I think that's yeah, we need everybody's brain to think about this. It's too difficult for me.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, you're right.
I think we can start it first, and then after that, as people participate or they're feeling something inside them, they can start sending stuff to Honkai, you know. Or this could be the
a couple of words or a phrase, and let's open that up to see how that resonates in our actions, right? So just read that first phrase, first line.
Which being? Is it being?
Yeah.
As we acknowledge and protect the fragile interdependence of our common existences, we learn to
acknowledge. So how do we acknowledge? How will we be acknowledging? So what does that mean that we are going to be acknowledging? So which are the ways in which we acknowledge? Because that will impact the way we live our everyday life. Every day we are making choices that is acknowledging that. So we look at acknowledgement as a way of everyday response to the environment. Maybe that'll just, so it's not that we need to change anything, but it just need to internalize it so that when we take this statement, it is who we are. And as many contradictions, because I cannot say we are acknowledging, but our way of functioning is not complementing that big acknowledgement. So what we are within that space and who we are as being ourselves needs to manifest into acknowledging in everyday choices.
It's very challenging.
Yeah. So for examples, if we say we acknowledge, read that again, Honka. Just read that again.
As we acknowledge and protect the fragile interdependence of our common existences.
Okay. Hang on. Now, where my mind is thinking are common existences and acknowledge. So I'm looking at, will Lighthouse allow a lot of plastic bottles to be drinking water from? Are we looking at, so are we going to come up with a new way of managing the waste in Lighthouse? Is it going to be, so think in everyday life what it means to live these words. Plastic is just one way. We're looking at the paper use. We're looking at little things. How do we eventually make ourselves so aware that we are living this statement in our everyday life? Because it comes with huge responsibility, isn't it? And when we live it, we are then being what we have set out to be. Only then can a lighthouse inspire. Because everybody comes in and sees that, hey, this is a different way of treating each other. This is a different way of responding to each other. This is a different way of responding to nature around, to the environment around, to each other's identity, to each other's creativity. So all of that will become part of our being. And that will be the sole guiding force within a lighthouse, which is what will radiate. Because if they're just set of rules, the rules are not good enough anymore, because world already has so many rules, and yet it is broken in so many ways. Anybody else wants to jump in and just open up? Let's just be brave to tease it, so that we can then look at what it means to take that responsibility of what we say, because finally it is what we walk our talk, isn't it? Lighthouse can't be a place of deception. Lighthouse can't be a place of wordplay. Lighthouse can't be a place of, because we are all in the journey. So of course we will it's an ongoing process and a work upon oneself. We can't overnight change our habits.
I feel that if people really thought about what they are supposed to do, and then to Auntie Vashima, you were talking about saving the paper, wasting of the paper and the plastics, am I right? So I think that if people think hard enough, they will realize what they have to do in order to acknowledge that this is going on, and they'll be able to fix it.
Yes. Yes. The space should inspire us to be able to think differently, to be able to make different choices, better choices, better solutions, better problem solving. Because we are all slaves of our habits, right?
So maybe what we can do, so acknowledging something is now actionable into, people have to think hard enough. People have to think. So maybe it's just opening up a space for people to think and pulling out something that will open up this thinking, right? To protect, to acknowledge and protect the fragile interdependence of our common existences. So you can take each part of your statement, the exploration statement, and pull it out like that. And then you just say, this is then opening this space up. I mean, you put something to catalyze it, you know. So
we don't change anything that is written, but we need to be able to internalize what it means in way of actions. How does that impact our actions and choices? So what you've written is beautiful, but we need to understand it more deeply so that we are able to impact our own choices and actions and conversations.
And I always feel, actually, the only person you can change is really yourself, you know?
I'll get my wire back.
Yeah. So I always feel that. So it's not like, while the ambition and the aspirations are very, very big, actually the work is very, very small. It's kind of yourself and the people who are immediately next to you, right? So for BB Lighthouse, then you have BB Lighthouse Keepers. So there are the three, and then with us, the stewards, we just open house, right? It's all about hospitality, welcome. So it's not daunting, Hong Kai. While the thinking and the talking is deep. So this is the BB process. We talk and talk, and it's very, very deep. But when we action, it's very easy, because we know that if we live it, That's the biggest inspiration. So you don't expect other people to change. You change.
So
You change. Yes.
let's look at the tripod, Alan's tripod. If he says love, love cannot be without joy. Love cannot be without energy. Love cannot be without acceptance. Love cannot be without beauty. And hope. Hope cannot be without positive vibes and energy and harmony and what would I say? The hope is with dreams, with aspirations, with capacity to put in what it takes, create a support system. No one should feel alone because there is hope that you have your friends. So that way, when you talk about love and you talk about hope, it means that in action, we are all of this. So when you talk about connect cannot be without conversations. Connect cannot be without being there to show up. Connect cannot be without a safe place to talk your mind. Connect cannot be a place with energizing each other. So the place will actually live the tripod. And care. Care cannot be without being sensitive. Care cannot be without these small things that can bring a smile to a person. Care cannot be without giving that I'm there for you. So the tripod, while we say it's love, care, hope, what does it mean in everyday actions? So that way we will be able to weave the experiences, the encounters, the energy inside the lighthouse with these, with such a space that lives all these in everyday interactions. I cannot say I love you if I can't feel uplifted in being there for you. I'm going to go on a mute because I could go on and on with this, but I want us to think these more deeply. That tripod, moment you put your tripod of love, care, hope, how are you in that space? How are you as that person? Hope is you. Love is you. So then you are in your everyday actions. You don't have to think too much. Love is also forgiving. So if you don't have few things in place, people who love, it doesn't matter. So we don't get stressed out. Love and stress can't go together. Hope and doubt can't go together. If I have hope, I can't be doubting all the time. If I care, I can't be afraid of the other. And a generation that's locked down, how could we have a tripod like this without being joyful, without being hopeful, without being loving, without being caring? Because these are all the nutrients for us to live a wholesome life.
So I have a possible simplicity.
Yeah. Yeah, please. let's simplify it. But these are just conversations which should which should lead us to simplifying these things.
So it has to be action, right?
Because that's what Torchlight is, right? That's what Lighthouse is all about.
If you make a stand, so if you're the embodiment of all these qualities, right?
Yeah.
You already say, this is what I want, this is what I'm bringing, right? And you can't show everything like that. There's no such thing. It's all integrated inside you. And one of the milestones was creativity, right? Being the integrator. It's integrating. And we're creative every day. You don't need an art studio to be creative, etc. Nothing. Then in order for the lighthouse to be, the definition of the lighthouse actually is as our coming together, right? The lighthouse is the space that we just suddenly call it lighthouse, but I am because we are. If I turn up, like today, right? We're all turning up here from all over the world. We are beaming the light together, right? Of ourselves. Then actually the very simple answer is very simple. It's turning up. It's showing up. If you don't bring your whole self to the place cannot be whole. Like I am 100% me and fully present, right? You are there fully present with me. Then that's why we are. That's why it's working. And then we talk, and then after that we go and do things. We go and try it out, and then we talk and think again. We're just very considerate and very sincere in being with each other. So I mean, if you look at a mirror every day, it's not very interesting. We take selfies every day, it's not very interesting. After a while, it's like nauseating, right? But it's interesting and exciting because there's somebody in front of us who's human, or could be wildlife, could be something, but it's particularly human because it's human. Then we become alive, actually. That's kind of, yeah. The lighthouse can only light up if there's another human there. Yeah. To play with you, right? I mean, like, well, if I had this face, and then it's like, oh, Barbie, so being then whatever, and then I have all this embodiment. It's no fun. There's nobody playing with me. It's a playground, you know. It's fun because life is fun because you were like, hey, what are we gonna do today? What are you gonna do today? You know, like even this session, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what the rest are, you know, but if it's work, it's chore, it's something you take out of the box, it becomes mundane and it doesn't make you feel alive, right? But if you get together with a group of people and then suddenly you kind of know, okay, these are the norms, you know, I feel safe here, I can speak my mind, I can become who I am, I can try different things, they can support me. I mean, that's really BB One Love, HES, you know, it's that's why we're all being drawn together, right? That's why, yeah. So I ramble on already. It's nearly 4 o'clock, so I don't know if anybody else has.
I think it's good to be able to stay with these a little bit of dissonance.
Okay.
And what Honka has written is beautiful. What gorgeous. All of you have is gorgeous. It's lovely. It's just that we for our own sake are going deeper to understand the nuances of such beautifully put.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful.
Just keep everything coming. It's gorgeous. You know, it's the expression of beauty, right? I mean, this is really what it is. Yeah.
And the words are flowing so beautifully. It sounds very nice. So now we are just trying to see and tease it so that we know how it helps our actions.
Yeah. and we can just, because this is recorded, so we can always revisit it and all that, but we can put a pause to it, I think, for today regarding this.
Yeah.
And for the rest of everybody, we will start to begin manifesting this physically, right? Once we start going to the school. So you all can follow it, and at any point in time, you know, if you feel very inspired and want to be part of being a BB Lighthouse Keeper, just raise up your hand and jump in, you know. So this is...
And Lighthouse will grow with these kind of ideas put into actions.
Ideas into action.
Yeah.
So it's 4 o'clock, our 15-minute, we always lie, you know, regarding time.
Okay, I'll also have to go.
Yeah. We can, if those who can stay, if Bashima, you can stay another 15 minutes, that'd be great.
Yes, sure.
I'm going to close this one for the Lighthouse because